Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Welcome back to the show. So, we are going to talk about NXT today. I want to go over all of the PLEs that are supposed to happen this weekend, with the exception of AEW and TNA, because you guys don't give a shit about TNA or AEW. I have tried when it comes to them, and y'all make it very clear how y'all feel with how y'all interact with my content. So, just for my own sake, I will not be going over that anymore. Um, I know I'm late today, but I couldn't go live on time today, so apologies for that. But I did set it, and I was on time for the time frame that I set my live for. So you can't really get mad at that. You can only expect it. But let's get into the show for NXT. It was actually a good show. Outside of NXT, Evolve just had a championship change. Nikita Lyons is your new women's Evolve champion. She beat Wendy Chu for the title. Whatever. I don't. She's not somebody I would have thought should have been given the championship. I thought PJ Boston was a good person. She was right there. You could have picked her. Nikita was already wrestling back in NXT. In my opinion, she just should have just been given the opportunity in NXT at an NXT belt. But I ain't gonna shit on it. It is what it is. Whatever makes you happy. Um. So yeah, she won over and Evolve. Good for her, I guess. If you care. um. There have been some new championship matches added to the NXT Great American Bash. And we're going to talk about everything that's going to go down. Let's talk about this past Tuesday. Let me see. Hello, Rico. How are you? Nika, Kayla, Jay. Hello. How are you? Kira. Hey, girl. How you doing? Uh, I mean, yeah, but they gave it to Nikita because they really like her. So whatever makes y'all happy is on y'all. Um, for me personally, I'm cool. Anyways, we're talking about NXT. So NXT came on this past Tuesday. Love that for us. NXT was a pretty good show from start to finish. It kicked off with Tony D'Angelo waiting for Naraku to show up because he hadn't signed the contract yet for their match. And Naraku is really giving Tony D'Angelo a lot of business when it comes to, working him over in the head per se. He's not giving Tony D'Angelo what he wants, but he is making Tony D'Angelo razzled, and he's living rent free, which is exactly what Naraku wants. And with that being said, when Naraku showed up, he decided to leave Tony with a parting gift. And inside the contract, Tony D'Angelo got a flaming ball of fire just thrown at his face from the contract. Now, me personally, I liked when Cross did it to Keith Lee just a little bit better, simply because of the angle they had it set up at. We didn't have to worry about it looking too cartoonishy, too cheap, and because the cameraman was just a little bit too close, he just got there a hair too early. It looked like Tony was acting when he got hit with the fireball, and therefore it didn't look great. But Naraku did a great job with his evil villain, anime villain laugh. That was fun to listen to. And, well, Tony D'Angelo ended up being shipped off to the hospital crying in a gurney about trying to kill Naraku. I will tell you what they do with what they have, they commit to the bit fully, and I can respect that. Okay, even when I'm not like 1000% in love with it, I can respect it. She the new Aaliyah. She gonna be in NXT for a decade. Lord have mercy. Ah, yes. Well, Don, you came in a little late, but I'm sure you've seen it by now. Nikita Lyons is the new Evolve champ. If you care, if you don't, babes, that's I know. It's all that I can explain. Hello, Zion. How are you? I'm waiting for him to cross his arms, giggle, and start levitating like Perfect Cell. He just has a really cool aspect to him that I actually really like. I like Naraku a lot. And I like that he's a villain when he needs to be, and he's not quite a villain when he doesn't need to be. He kind of rests in that realm, you know? So, yeah. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, she won, babe. She won it tonight. So, it is what it is. Anywhoosies, we're gonna move on because we don't want to dwell in anything that doesn't give us any hope or any love. Aaron Rook had his first match over in NXT, and I love Aaron and everything he got going on, child. He is as flamboyant as they come. He got his nice little crown and that robe. He be flipping that robe, child. But he came out there and went up against Tristan Angels and beat Tristan. Now, I don't find Tristan Angels to be attractive in any capacity. So I'm confused as to what everybody sees in this man. He's pretty for a man, but as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing really about him that says sexy to me, but it's not my place to be attracted to nobody. And some people attracted and some people ain't. To me, he has a big ass head, a very long chin, and he just don't have. You ever see somebody who have the right pieces, but they ain't put together right? You could be like, you know what? If they switched around his chin a little bit, cut down his nose a little bit, drag down his eyes a little bit, cut his hair, he might give you a little something. You know what I'm saying? He's that kind of guy. He's that kind of guy. You know, it doesn't give sex appeal. No, not for me. I'm okay. It's no shade to Tristan. He's an attractive man for a white man, and this is no shade to nobody who white, so don't take it personally. But y'all, I mean, just like in any other culture, there's a certain level of attractiveness, in my opinion, that men have, and they exist in these little ducks, and you have to click off like, okay, he's got a nice body, nice smile, yes, but his chin is giving very Natalie Nunn to me. It's just Natalie. It's giving Natalie, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Let me go back to these other comments in here. Let me see. His name sounds like a mountain. Yeah, Aaron Rourke. I actually like his name, Rourke. I like that name a lot. But I figured after Wendy said it ends here, yeah, whatever. They ain't really give Indy windy enough time to be champion, in my opinion. But I mean, it is what it is. I ain't mad at it. What's up, sis? How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Are you ready for this Saturday? Are you ready for King of the Ring? Are you ready for Forbidden Door? Are you ready for Great American? Ooh, shit. Am I ready for Forbidden Door? I won't be watching Forbidden Door, but I'm it looks like on paper the card is gonna be a decent show for y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Night of Champions. I will be watching Night of Champions, so you know. And as far as Great American Bash, I'm gonna watch that too. That's gonna come on Sunday. Um, Anything else? Slammiversary. I want to watch Slammiversary, but I just can't afford to pay for Slammiversary, so I'm gonna have to skip it this year. But I'm sad because I really wanted to watch that X Division match, and I really wanted to see that tag team ladder match. As much as I shit on the Hardys, I just feel like that's gonna be a good time. You know what I'm saying? Oh wow, that's a lot going on. I said it seems that way. Yeah. Are you ready for main event Jay Uso to become king of the ring this Saturday? Main event Jay Uso is more than likely going to become the king of the ring. And while am I ready is an odd question to ask me. Do I care? I'm more interested in how they're going to set up the feud between Cody and Jay Uso. That I am interested in because it's going to come by proxy of Roman Reigns. And I'm very curious as to where they're going to go with Roman. But it looks like Solo is going to be the one that Roman is going to be facing off against at SummerSlam. So he's going to have his own business and Jay Uso is going to have his. But we'll get to that in a second. Right now, we're focusing on NXT. Over the summer, we climbed Mount Naraku. Oh, it's Naraku you was talking about. I thought you were talking about Aaron Rourke. That's crazy. That sounded wild to say when I said it. Like a poodle. Oh, Jesus. You love my skin shade. It's an interesting thing to say repetitively in the comments. I'm going to say thank you and just move on, but didn't have to put it in the comments 7 times. I got it. And I don't fuck with dogs, so period. Wow, it's giving crazy. He's focus group. I don't find him to be that attractive, honestly. I mean, is he pretty? Yeah, but do I like? Ew, I feel like no. I don't know. No, I don't find him attractive. You think you sent me that video essay? If you did, it probably got lost in the sauce somewhere. So you might have to resend it. Oh, but I do need to send you something, Rico. I do need to send you something because I posted my story. It is up on the other channel. And for now, I'm going to keep that to myself. But I posted it. It is up. And I'm going to send you the link so you can go listen to it. Hello, Hiram. How are you? I'm going to let people in a second. We're going to get finished. What is it? What do you want? I don't have anything but chips. Go get the bag, Logan. Yeah, I posted it. I got the pictures for it and everything. It's all up. The very first story is up right now. The first part of it is up. I have to finish recording the other parts and get them up. So it's slow. It's gonna be slow. Sorry, I have to get my nephew some chips. You're welcome. It's slow. It's gonna be slow going. So, but I'm still proud of it, and I'm gonna keep posting this stuff. There's no chicken in here. You couldn't give me no chicken at all. What happened to my lemon pepper chicken? Lemon pepper chicken in the tots. Who is we? I don't remember you eating any chicken.
not the time before when we ate that last time. Last time I had took you down and made the lemon pepper chicken. It wasn't that much left.
Okay, Gerard. Thank you. You want my chapters over there? Fine, that's fine. I'll put them over there. I can because I talked in between the middle of those. So I don't know. I might re-record your chapters and put them up there as a separate video and have them go up too. All right, we'll talk about that later. So listen, back to NXT. So Tristan Angels got kind of caught up in his match at the end of the match. Something happened to him underneath the ring. I'm assuming this had to do with Shiloh because Shiloh was pissed at Tristan Angels for attacking him after he went out there and like poured his heart out to be Mr. NXT, and he stole that sash from him because he's the one who actually won. And that shit got really real. So he's been targeting Tristan Angels. Every time he got the upper hand, Shiloh's bizarre laugh would cackle throughout the arena, and just weird shit would happen. Something grabbed him from under the ring, and well, Aaron Rourke was like, fuck all of this, and he hit the Molly go round and was able to pick up the win over Tristan. It was a good fight before all of this weird stuff started happening, but he able to pick up the win. Now, Saquon Sugars came out there, and Saquon, let me tell y'all something. I love Saquon Sugars. I think Saquon is the right call was putting Saquon out of the group instead of it being Dion. And the reason why is because Saquon has the personality. Saquon has the look. He's got the uniqueness to him. It's a little on the hood side, but it worked because there's nobody like Saquon in the E right now across the board, from NXT to WWE main roster with SmackDown and Raw, and even in Evolve, there's nobody like him. And he's rough. And I like that though. You know what I'm saying? I like Saquon. He reminds me of the dudes that I used to grow up with in when I was a little kid. He reminds me of the dudes in the PJs that I used to roll with. They was really sweet at their core, but they just got caught up into some shit. And that just reminds me of Saquon. Plus, I likes me a little dark skinned chocolate man. And I do. It's just my thing. I can't help it. I like it. Anyways, Saquon came out there and he was battling back and forth with Dion. Don't get me wrong. Dion held his own. But where Saquon got Dion is when he told him straight up, he was like, you and I don't compare. He said, you can't lace my boots. You can't wear my straps on your hands. They'll burn your arms. And my jock strap, you can't wear because it's going to be too baggy for you. It ain't going to fit, bruh. Like, well, he basically said your dick little and use a bitch. That's what he said. That's what he said. Now, where Saquon kind of got a little where he might lose this match is his emotion. He's angry, but he's also hurt. And Dion is right when he says that where he makes that hesitation, that's where Dion will strike, because Dion doesn't have the hesitation. And for him, none of that matters. He's not concerned about him in any way, shape, or form. So that is where Dion and Saquon may differ. And that is where Saquon will lose his edge if he allows Dion to pander and pull on his heartstrings. That's the only edge he'll have over him, is his heartstrings. Now, me, the way I would play it, let Saquon go over on Dion. Dion's not going nowhere with Dark State. And to be honest, I feel like the only way Dion's going to win is because Cutler and Osiris are going to get involved. And this feud between them is not going to just end at Great American Bash. Now, the only time that this should come back up again is around Iron Survivor, when they do the Iron Survivor Challenge at Deadline this year. Saquon needs to be an entrant in there. Dion needs to be an entrant in there. Mason Rourke needs to be an entrant. And you need to you can put Keanu Carver in there. Whatever. Make them entrants in the Iron Survivor Challenge. And you can also put Jackson Drake in there if you want to. It's up to you. But if I were doing it, those are the guys that I would do because those are your leading guys right now. These are the guys that are going to be pushing forward. To me, Tony's on his way out. Naraku's getting ready to be champion. And they're going to have a hard time taking that belt off of that man unless they want him to keep it for a short amount of time. Now, let's move on to the next match. Hank Tank defeated Birthright. Damn. Tank out here with a six-pack, thighs all straight. This nigga's huge. I didn't even notice that. He looks fucking good. I don't know what he's doing, but he cutting weight and he looks beautiful. Jesus. Now, Matt Matthews, if you don't know who Matt Matthews, I wouldn't call him a TikTok star. I would call Matt Matthews a social media content creator. And then I would say he's more on the comedic side. He does have a show that he does, a comedy show that he tours with, sells out every single time. And Matt does his stuff on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram where he's doing farm chores and he's inviting other comedians to be with him doing said farm chores. And he just had Miss Pat on there. Mojo was on there with him. He had a couple people on there doing farm chores with him, and it's really funny and it's great content because he lives on this massive ass farm with his husband. Oh, and I hate the fact that his ass is just sitting up on the farm somewhere, making content, living his best life, yelling at chickens and cows and shit. I can't stand his little ass. But I love it. I love it. So, Birthright tried to use Matt and try to take him out, but it didn't work. So, they ended up hurting themselves in the process. Like Charlie ended up hurting Lexus bad, and Shannon and Uriah Connors lost to the Big Belly Boys. So it was what it was. Ain't nobody mad about it. Now, EK Prosper faced off against Keanu Carver. Keanu Carver last week made it very clear to EK Prosper that it doesn't matter who he's put up against, he bowling through him until he gets to that championship. Now, EK Prosper, like, you need to mind your business, or rather watch your mouth when you're talking to me. Don't be talking down to me like I'm some punk ass nigga off the street. And Keanu Carter is like, well, that's what you are to me. You I feel like talking to you. What you want to do? And EK, like, somebody need to put your ass down because you talk too much, but you always over here big and bad, huffing and puffing. But as soon as somebody's in your face ready to get out, big homie wants to act like he got all the grit, like he ready to go. Keanu, like, I'm always ready to go. And when I put you down, just like I put your homeboy down, Tate, then you ain't gonna be saying shit either. You're gonna be laid up in the motherfucking medical, begging and pleading for them to stop the pain. EK Prosper, like, I got you. You want to go at it? Let's go at it. You need a match? I'll give you the match. Robert Stone gave him the match. Now, EK Prosper and Keanu Carver was going at it. EK was able to get the roll-up pin on Keanu, and because Keanu bitch ass got pinned, he didn't like it. So he decided to take out EK Prosper by putting him through the announcer's table. Craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Now look, listen to me. Kevin Owens, come to the front. Get your mans. Okay? Look, I don't mind him being mad for legitimate reasons, but Keanu Carver just mad all the fucking time. And while I don't mind having variety and shit and with characters and making it worthwhile, but it's like that shit didn't work with Jasper Troy. It's definitely not working for me with Keanu Carver. That shit turns me off. Because I'm like, black people are not a monolith. All of us don't need to come in here the same way. And you motherfuckers do the same shit when it comes to these big black dudes. Now, you didn't have to do that with Oba because Oba had personality. Oba got spunk. But this motherfucker Keanu don't have none of that. This nigga's just always fucking mad. Send this nigga to therapy first. And then have him in there wrestling. Because you don't know when his ass gonna snap or when he gonna get it together. He just mad for no fucking reason. He just doing weirdo shit. Like, bro, calm the fuck down. Get your shit together. You on national TV. And you was out here wilding. You was like a little child getting mad because you lost the fucking match. Bitch, people get rolled up all the time. So you gonna beat his ass and you blindsided him because he beat you. So you mad, so you gonna take him out? If I was him, the next time I come into the damn E and I come to the performance center, I'm picking up a dumbbell and I'm knocking your big ass the fuck out with it. Fuck wrong with y'all? I'm whooping your ass every time I see you, nigga. Cause you're not finna just put me through a table and then shit's all well and good. And I'm not running up on you on some square up shit because you're not that type of bitch. No. I'm picking up a chair and I'm knocking you the fuck out. And I'm not doing no motherfucking chair shot shit, bitch. I'm taking one of them damn medical chairs or one of them motherfucking chairs that goddamn Booker T or fucking Vic sit in, and I'm throwing it at your big dumbass head. Fuck. Then I'm using them locks you got, and I'm stumping a mud hole in your ass. Stop fucking playing with people. Just because you mad don't mean the rest of us got to be mad. You on some weirdo shit. Now, this part got a double-edged sword, okay? Izzy Dane went up against Ariana Grace to be the number one contender for Red Sinclair's women's speed championship, okay? Now, Izzy lost because they blaming Shawn Spears. Here's my thing. You're in the middle of a match, and my good sis, fuck everything else around you. Unless this man is in the ring, standing in front of you while the referee is yelling for him to leave, you have no reason to be distracted by Shawn Spears. Because there's nothing that BDI man can distract you from. Okay, I don't understand. I'm very confused why you let that even get out of your orbit in the first fucking place. I was just trying to understand, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? And then you got mad at him because you got rolled up and she got the pin. Girl, you can't. You can't get mad, sis. What? You can't get mad. Girl. Now, Nico's like, Shawn, you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in, Shawn, because look, we got a match coming up next, and it's against two newcomers. They just now getting themselves together as a team. We supposed to be the better tag team. Lock the fuck in. I got your back. You didn't mean it. It was an accident. We got you. Cool. Next match. Shawn Spears gets pinned. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Shawn Spears gets pinned. Nico gets pissed and just puts Shawn Spears through the fucking announcer's table at Izzy Dame's, basically at her urging. Okay. They told him he out of the culling. Now, this is the third person Izzy Dame done kicked out of the culling. And you gotta wonder, girl, I need to understand, because you are the liability in the group, if we're being honest, because you're the one who couldn't keep your title long enough for it to be a decent reign. You're the one who lost to Tatum and lost the title. You're the one who got mad because Tatum was NXT Women's Champion and you weren't. You're the one who tried to center everything around you and make everything about you. This was about you. When the culling had been about Spears from the beginning, the culling had been about Nico and Spears from the beginning. You was a transplant, sis. So it's wild that you could go in and kick him out of the group and blame him for everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Shawn Spears ain't shit. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is you are the constant in all of this. And every member that has been in the culling, from Brooks to Tatum to now Shawn Spears, has been kicked out because of you. You bitch. Nico, watch your back. She probably gonna low blow your ass too. The fuck? Let us move on. Now look. I love WWE for trying. But what I need WWE to do is do better about their special effects. Hire some people that can really make it look like he really got burned. Instead of giving us the fake blood and the bandages, make it look like he really got burned. Okay? Give us prosthetics. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had a whole night. to judge him up, put the blood on there like it was bleeding through there and everything. You got all types of shit that you could be doing. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. Like make sure when he come back, his eyebrow was burned off. You know what I'm saying? So it looked legit. Eyelashes gone. Cut his eyelashes down. You know what I'm saying? Do something to make it look worthwhile and give him some scarring. Just a little bit. And then make it so that he can withstand the fight. Hire some Hollywood style prosthetic artists so that shit can work and it can withstand sweat. It can withstand water. It can withstand anything that's gonna happen in this match, whether he gets hit or whatever. Okay. So Naraku came out there because Robert Stone is just like, look, I don't know if Tony D'Angelo's coming out there, if he's gonna be able to make it, seeing as how Naraku injured his opponent. Mason Rook comes out there, and then Jackson Drake comes out there. And there and he's like, look, you ain't got to worry about none of these people because you're not going to be fighting none of these people. You're going to be fighting him. And then Tony shows up with his face bandaged up on the eye, getting ready to powerbomb Naraku, and Naraku scratches the shit out of his eye. So the match between Naraku and Tony D'Angelo is on, and they are going to be competing. Okay? And that's how the show went off. Now, there was some vignettes that happened. Let me tell y'all. Lola Bice and Kendall Gray sat down and had a little conversation. And Kendall Gray was just like, I'm here to prove that I can do this. And Lola Bice is like, I don't doubt that you can. The problem is you're not ready. I got here. I was given the breakout tournament. I was put in match after match after going after this title, going after that title, and I did not get it. And she said the reason why is because I was not ready. And just like I wasn't ready, you're not ready. She said you're good, you're great, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not trying to take away from what you're capable of, but she said you're not ready, and you're gonna have to go and get yourself together, put your head down and bow and get it together before you can come up in here talking about you're gonna be champion. Furthermore, I am not done doing what I'm doing. So until I'm ready to give up this championship, you are not going to beat me at Great American Bash. And Kendall Gray is like, look, you and I both come from different backgrounds, but we both come from different sports. And we're the first two females in combat sports to wrestle in the ring against each other. Okay, both of us come from combat sports and making it through to NXT. And she said, I'm going to be the one to further this business. I'm going to be the one to lead the women's division into this next era of wrestling. I am that girl. And Lola Bice is like, you might think you're that girl, but you ain't that girl yet. And she said, I'm going to put you where you belong, which is in the two. Because I'm the one and you're the two. And that's just the way it's going to be. So the girls signed their contract. Now, Miles Bourne is in the back, and Miles Bourne is standing there, and he like, listen, me and Tavion came into this business together. Me and Tavion is cool. He's my brother. He'll never stop being my brother. But it just seems like when I went out and bet on myself, Tavion didn't want me to. He wanted me to stay second and staying stuck with him in the same spot over and over again. And he's like, real talk, I have bigger and larger aspirations. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, in NXT and this North American Championship, I'm always going to put my championship first. But that doesn't mean that he's no longer going to be my family and we're not going to be close. It's just that he can't take this title from me. Tavion is like, it seems like as soon as Miles got the title, he left me behind. He said, what is it about Miles that he gets to have the championship or title opportunities and I don't? I'm just as good, if not better, than Miles Bourne. And he said, I'm going to prove it on Sunday when we battle for that North American Championship. So we'll see. The boys are going to fight it out. Personally, I wouldn't mind Miles Bourne dropping the title to Tavion. I feel like Tavion should have got the title first. I do feel like Tavion should have got the title first. I thought it was a bit wild that Ethan ended up dropping it to Miles Bourne in the first place, but I wasn't mad about it. But at the same time, I do feel like Tavion should have got the title before he did. I do feel like that. There's no shade to Tavion or to Miles because I love them both down. But I do think that Tavion had put in the work and he was doing so much overseas and working his ass off. And I did feel like he deserved to have that title over Miles. It wouldn't have been a bad title run for him. I feel like he could have went up, against Ethan, took the title off of Ethan. Miles and Tavion could have had that feud right then and there. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Oh, Nicole's here. Nicole said he should drop it. She said he's had it long enough, to be honest. I agree. I think that it's Tavion's time. Whether Tavion get it through nefarious means or not is up to Tavion. I come back next week with a gift basket. Like, here's something to make you feel better, since your butt hurts because it's sore from losing. Child, I'm going to slap the fuck out of Tavion. It's the best way I can explain it because I'm not Tavion, but Keanu, because he really be pissing me off. And it don't even have to be like that. And I don't mind you being mad about some real shit. You know what I'm saying? But for you to just be mad about being mad, it's fucking crazy to me. That is some weirdo shit. It's weird. Now, the Great American Bash is on Sunday. Okay? And the match card is as follows. So they've added a card, but they didn't, they ain't put it up there yet. But they did add a card. Okay? So we got, for right now, we have Tony D'Angelo facing off against The Rock. If I had to guess who I thought was going to win, if I'm being fair, I don't think this first match The Rock is going to win. I think that this match is either going to end on some bullshit or Tony's going to end up getting it on the fluke. And then they're going to run it back. And somehow this is going to turn either into a 3-peat or something weird. But I just don't think that that's going to happen right this very second. Then we have Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. Quite frankly, I do think Kendall Gray needs to be humbled once again. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so y'all know that Carmen and Nima are both in this new group, Los Perros de Mal. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to mess nothing up. It's an OG group that they have brought back to AAA again. And Carmen is the girl in the group. Nima's in there. And there's some other people in there I do not recognize. So please forgive me. But they attacked El Grande Americano this past Saturday. Okay. Now, Carmen was on TV and she real big and bad talking to Jada Parker. Crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. I do feel like Jada Parker gonna have to go through some trials and tribulations to get to where she need to be, okay? But Carmen is real big and bad because she got a lot of people behind her. She knows she heavily protected, so she being real nasty, And it's very wild when you see people, and we talking kayfabe, because outside of kayfabe, I'm glad Carmen is getting the shine she rightfully deserved. Okay, so let me just cook for a minute. Inside kayfabe is always wild to me when people shift tones, right? So when you look at how Jada Parker, to be fair, if we talking about how Jada talk to people crazy, she earned that shit. Sometimes you gotta tell people, you gotta give people the same energy they be giving you. And Jada Parker always giving nasty, stank of butt energy. It's always on some bitch shit. It's always you a bitch, and I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about, and I'm gonna say what the fuck I want, and ain't nobody gonna check me, boo, type shit. And as soon as somebody check your ass, then you a soft batch cookie crazy. There's no way you lose one fucking match and you about to cry, bitch. You is a soft batch bitch. That's wild to me. Get your shit together, bitch. You can't be out here talking reckless to people and acting a damn fool and then lose once to fucking Natalia and then you in here crying and shit. Girl, if you don't get your big ass off the damn floor crying and having a fit in the middle of the damn PC, get your ass up. What the fuck is wrong with you? Wait, time for that shit. Girl, you lost. Have your moment and then move on. It is not the end of the world that you lost the match, girl. It really ain't. Okay? My God, today. Now, Carmen, come to the front, bitch. Now, let me tell you something. I know you got your big homies behind you, and Nima probably your new man, which I'd be real reckless out here in these streets too. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I have me a big old Mexican vibe, girl, I would be out here tearing folks out. You feel me? I would be out here acting a damn fool. And like, I dare you to say something crazy to me, bitch. Let me go get my homeboys in my bed. What y'all doing? That's how I be. So I ain't mad at you. But it's wild, you know, because not too long ago you was sitting back there talking about, oh, now she want to sit up here and trip. Well, the way you how you act is how you get treated. You gonna learn real quick. You gonna learn real quick, sis, that you can't be out here acting a damn fool with people either. When that karma come back to bite you in your ass, I don't want to hear it. Cause look at Izzy Dang. Look at what's happening to her. Look at Jada Parker. Look at what's happening to her. Just because it ain't happening to you yet, don't mean it ain't coming, bitch. But I guess you're going to be on some annihilate that shit and just enjoy the ride on your way down to hell. Because just like they got their karma, you're going to get yours. So if I were you, I'd be very careful how I'm moving out here in these streets. That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I would be very careful about how I'm moving in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a revamp of an old group. I thought so. Taya Valkyrie was in the first iteration of this. Angel Garza's family member was a part of the OG and starters of the group. Ah. Why the head so big? Or is my phone broke? My G, relax. It's called an avatar. It's my picture. You can adjust the size of my face in the camera. Okay? Calm yourself down. It's not the end of the world. Jesus. I cannot see Rico's comments. I can see it here. But I don't see Rico's comments in here. I didn't block him. So I don't know why all those other comments didn't pop up in my box here, but my people will reach out to your people and we'll be in touch. Oh, it came up in here again. That's crazy. The tattoo is itchier. This tattoo is itchier than a motherfucker. Well, bye-bye. Hello, Aaliyah. How are you? All right. So, I don't know what they're going to do, but I think in the very near future, Jada Parker is obviously going to be going up against Carmen Petrovich over here in NXT. And you might see Jada Parker pop up in AAA a couple times, okay? I don't mind a good crossover thing when it works, but Lucian was asking Nima, he was like, yo, are we good though? And Nima was like, yeah. He said something else to him, and he was like, yeah, I just gotta go take care of something with my brother, I think, or so whatever. I don't know what he said, but it had something along the lines of him taking care of some things and he just handling some business. And Lucian was just like, all right, bet, cool. You know what I'm saying? And they dapped it out. So it looked like, OTM ain't gonna be OTM no more. They're gonna be moving on their own shit. But I don't know. I'm curious. I'm good. And these nails are filed, so they're a little too sharp. You'll get used to it. They sending girls over there who need a makeover. Well, you know what? Nicole, it works because Lola had to put in heavy work in AAA. And to be honest with you, even before AAA, she was okay. But after she got into AAA and really started working with the luchadors and the luchadoras, girl, that was very, very good work for her. And even she said that helped elevate her game. He basically said, we straight over here and we're still OTM, but I got other stuff to handle in AAA at the same time. Okay, so that the brothers ain't breaking up because I couldn't hear it and I thought I was missing shit. But I feel like they're not gonna be straight. I feel like they're gonna end up button heads because Jada Parker and Carmen Petrovic is gonna be button heads, and I know for a fact that Lucian gonna pick Jada's side and Nema's gonna pick Carmen's side, and that's how they're gonna end up splitting up the group. And Lucian's gonna move on to do his thing, and Nema's gonna do his. Quite frankly, I really wish they wouldn't. I really wish they would let Bronco and Nema go ahead and be the tag team champions, but they decided to put the shit on Vanity Project, which pissed me off because not because I don't believe Vanity Project is good, but when's the last time Vanity Project defended the damn titles or competed in some type of feud with those belts? Like you got Sean Legacy and you've got what is his name? I can't think of his name. It starts with a D. You got him teaming up to make a tag team, and you still have Hank and Tank. You still have OTM back there, and you had the culling. The tag team division is so it's not good. Y'all gotta do something about it because tag team division in NXT used to be lit as fuck. Like fix that, Sean. Get your bald headed ass up and fix it. Okay, all these goddamn tryouts and NIL people you got back there. Put the teams together and make it so you got a deep division. Okay, and you still got Dark State's bitch asses there. You got them, but whatever. I don't give a fuck about Dark State. Never have, never will. I don't like them niggas. They got Hank and Tank on Evolve right now. Oh my God. Them niggas, Hank and Tank be everywhere though. They be everywhere. Okay. So not only do we have Tavion and Miles' match on Great American Bash, but we also have Saquon and Deion Lennox at a Great American Bash. And we have Tatum and Zaria who are going to compete at Great American Bash as well. Now, Zaria is pissed and in her feelings because Tatum showed up and she feels like Tatum could have let her have her moment just like Soul could. And she keep going back to this bullshit. And it's like, girl, at this fucking point, if you thought that being champion meant you get to do it solo dolo without nobody coming after you, without nobody ruining your moments, you're a goddamn fool. Look at what you did to Soul Ruka when she was champion. Bitch, shut the fuck up and just compete. I'm tired of you whining and bringing up Soul every 2 seconds. And you know what? Soul is living rent-free in your head while she's over on the main roster with another fucking title. This is her third. You just getting to your first one. So, bitch, worry about building your legacy instead of talking about what the fuck is going on and what she did and didn't do and how she was. Girl, if you still hurt, just say that. Because I'm tired. I'm sick of you and your bullshit and your whiny ass personality. I'm tired of it. Grow up, bitch. Grow up. If you jealous, then just say I'm mad because I didn't get to be champion when I wanted to be champion. I would rather you say that shit than to be sitting up here talking about how nobody wanted to support you and how Soul was trying to steal your shine. Girl, she really wasn't. She really wasn't. Because you know why? As soon as you had the opportunity to actually be champion and put yourself up there at the top of the mountain, what you do? You lost. You lost the title. Yeah. Yeah, and then when you had the opportunity, you got mad because Soul took her opportunity. You was all in your motherfucking feelings. Girl. At this point, I'm just sick of you. I'm sick of you and your whining. Until you shift into a new gear where you're not whining on TV every week about how everybody trying to steal stuff from you, then I'm not finna listen to the shit you got to say. I'm just not doing it because I'm sick of it. Girl, drinking brisk on a regular is crazy. Like, we're tired. We're tired, sis. Find something else to do. Find something else to do. You got a whole championship. It's a lot of girls back there that need to be coming after that title. Your ass ain't got no business on the internet and on damn live TV crying about Tatum showing up. Tatum didn't cost you your match. You did, because you wasn't keeping your head focused. You saw her and immediately got stumped. Why? Why did you? Did you think that that girl was going to let you take her championship from her and that was just going to be it? It was just going to be, I'm going to sail off into the sunset and just let you have your moment? Bitch, fuck you and your moment. Because you didn't give a fuck about hers. You attack Lizzie Rain so you can have the title shot, and you finally got the fucking title shot because you went back there and attacked the girl. You kept beating up on her over and over and over again, and then you finally get the championship, and you somehow think that you just gonna be sitting up here chilling and ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. Who told you that? Who told you that? Please go find something safe to do. Go find something safe to do, please, because you be pissing me off. You pissing me off. You and Jada Parker supposed to be the hardest bitches on the fucking locker room, and you two hoes is soft batch bitches. Just soft as fucking Chips Ahoy soft batch cookies. You just break apart at the thought of losing or not being the center of attention. You hoes got to get it together. We don't have time for this. When Kendall Gray is sitting up here harder than you, you got a fucking problem. Okay? You have a problem on your hands. When the bitch is sitting up there and she colder than you are, this whole like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to keep going after this championship. I don't care if I lose 17 times. And you bitches is in here crying and complaining because you lost one match. What? Please get it together. Please. Because I'm exhausted just at the thought of it. I need to show y'all something. This is fucking Bronson Reed. Okay? That's Bronson Reed. That is Bronson Reed. Huh? That's him. That's him. Mark my words, that man is going to be at Night of Champions on Saturday. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Look at him. Legs don't look the same. Arms don't look the same. When that man show up and cost Seth Rollins his match on Saturday, don't y'all say shit. Because it's happening. It's happening. I'm telling you right now. It is happening. Now, Night of Champions is on Saturday. It starts at 1 p.m. Okay? 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's very, very early. They seem to have all the matches set and ready to go for Night of Champions. So, Tiffany Stratton is going to face off against Jade Cargill for the U.S. Championship. If I had to pick somebody, I mean, if I'm being fair, I would just give it to Jade. I mean, I don't care for Tiffany being U.S. champion. I mean, I would let Charlotte cost Jade Cargill this title, though. Just because Jade Cargill took her Queen of the Ring from her. I would have Jade Cargill get cost the title from Tiffany Stratton. Then you have Charlotte and Jade battle it out. And whatever they do with that is what they do with it. So Tiffany can retain. But if I was being messy, I would drop it to Jade so Charlotte and Jade could have a battle for that championship. I don't think I would have Charlotte get it at SummerSlam. Would it be nice? Sure. But I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'm a little iffy on Jade getting the title and then dropping it a month later. I don't like that. I probably would have her drop it at like a WrestlePalooza if they do that again. Or at the next PLE, maybe. I wouldn't have her drop it immediately. Or I would have her drop it at Money in the Bank, and her and Charlotte would battle it out until then, you know? I don't know. But I would give it some time to kind of bake and festa. But I would remove Tiffany from this equation altogether just because I just generally don't care. You know. Plus, I would move Tiffany with Chelsea and let them be a tag team, and they can go after the tag team title since Chelsea is collecting belts at this. I mean, since Tiffany collecting belts at this point. Now we got Trick Williams and Ricky Saints. I'm pretty sure these two will have it out on Friday since Trick went to get married and got married to his beautiful bride, Lash Legend. And they had a great wedding. It's all over the internet. They told their pictures to People magazine. Lash looked beautiful. She had 3 dress changes. She looked great. So shout out to them for getting married and having a good time. I don't think that he's gonna drop that title. I think it's definitely Ricky is going to lose, unfortunately for Ricky. But I don't think Trick Williams is gonna drop that title just yet. King of the Ring tournaments are going to be on the first hour of the show, and these are going to be shown over on ESPN. So Opa Femi's match with Jey Uso will be on ESPN, as well as Io Sky and Liv Morgan's match will be on ESPN as well. So these two matches are going to be on the first hour. I imagine Io and Liv are going to be up first. Personally, I want Io Sky to win this match. Only because Liv Morgan will never shut up if she does win. And quite frankly, I think it's overkill to give her all of this and not have her lose anything. She has lost nothing, and it's just a slow build to them letting her just take everything. I don't want to see her competing against Rhea Ripley either. I just think that's overkilling too much. I do think where this all started is where it should end, which is at SummerSlam. And just like she screwed Rhea Ripley and her and Dom got together, I believe that Liv Morgan should suffer the same fate at SummerSlam, but this time not let it be Dom who screws her over, but one of her own homegirls who does it. The knife being driven in by Roxanne Perez first and then being shoved in by Raquel last makes the most sense to me. And I think I'm going to do an analysis video of that depending on what happens at Night of Champions, because Liv Morgan has to lose everything come rain or shine at Night of Champions. She needs to start over from rock bottom. That's where we're going to start in an analysis video, which it'll be up next week after this Night of Champions match. So we will see. When it comes to Jey Uso and Oba Femi, I think we all know how this is going to play out. Oba Femi is more than likely going to have his opportunity taken from him by Brock Lesnar. He's been calling out Brock Lesnar for almost a month and a half now, and shit has not been getting easier. He's just been getting quieter. And we know that Paul Heyman got knocked out by his own mans in that barricade, but at the same time, Paul Heyman has also been eerily quiet. I think the Vision is going to be back at full capacity, sans Brock Lesnar and sans Logan Paul while he's still recovering. The Vision will be back at full capacity at Night of Champions. I am 1,000% sure of that. With that being said, we're going to move on to the other two matches that are available on this card. Cody Rhodes is in an uphill battle here. He's going to be facing off against Gunther and Sami Zayn. Do I think that they're going to drop this title to either one of them? Yes and no. Cody Rhodes could very well lose this title because both of these men have past feuds with Jey Uso. Sami Zayn being a part of the bloodline, leaving the bloodline, and being a former bloodline member and brother of Jey Uso's. And then you have Gunther, the one person who was able to take the title and, he was able to beat Gunther at WrestleMania, but I believe that he ended up losing that title to Gunther as well, and Gunther took that title back. This situation with this particular title could go in any direction. It doesn't necessarily have to stick with Cody, but if I'm being fair, let's look at it from an outside perspective and don't look at it from a fan perspective. If I'm booking this, I'm going to do something crazy and give the title to Sami. Only because, hear me out, Cody Rhodes got to be humble too. As much as I love Cody, Cody needs to be humble too. Also, I would like to see what they would do with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn with the titles and how that would work, because that would mean everything heading into SummerSlam on the men's side would be former bloodline members competing against each other, right? Your greatest rivalry and one of Roman's best rivalries was with Sami Zayn, if we're being fair. Okay. And the entire family knows what Sami meant to the bloodline at the time, despite the fact that shit went left. Right. I don't know. I kind of wanted to go in that. I kind of wanted to go in that realm. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted to go in that same spot. I kind of want that. But it is what it is. We're not gonna fight about it. We're not gonna cry about it, because I feel like Cody Rhodes is more than likely going to be the one who retains his championship. More than likely, he will be the one to retain. I hate that for us. I hate that for us. But yeah, he's gonna retain. I love that for Cody, but I would love for them to do something crazy and give it to Gunther. I really, really would. But stay la vie. Now, let's get to the fun parts. The steel cage match with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. As much as the shit as I give Braun Breaker, and honestly, I give that man a lot, okay? What you cannot deny is his athletic ability and his ability to perform in that ring. And while Seth Rollins is one of the greatest of our generation, we know this, Braun Breaker is one of the greatest of his. And while that in itself means a lot, he also can go toe to toe with some of the best in his from his predecessors, and even in the future. And that says a lot about Braun Breaker's capability and what he can do in that ring. What he lacks is the charisma of what most superstars have. Charisma, and charm, and his ability to be able to maneuver and just look cool, like Carmelo Hayes, like Trick Williams, okay, like Javon Evans, like Ethan Page. You can talk about Ethan Page all day long, but that man got hella swagger. He's got hella swagger. That is where Braun Breaker lacks, and that is because he comes from a family that is heavily reliant on athleticism and their abilities. And Big Papa Pump, while he had personality to a certain extent, it rested on his freakishly looking body and how weird he was and how weird he is. His brother, on the other hand, his actual father was just, I mean, he came out there in the traditional wrestling garb and did his 1-2 diddly, and that was it. Like, I really, it's no shade, but he doesn't have much of a personality. It's not there. So, as far as I'm concerned, this match is going to be good physicality wise. Story wise, you're going to have a problem because this man is going to show up. I would bet money on Bronson Reed being there. Okay. And if Bronson Reed doesn't show up, I will be fucking shocked. I generally will be shocked. It's a steel cage match, which means anything goes. The only thing the ref has to do is either you get a pinfall or submission or you exit the cage. I feel like Braun Breaker is going to exit the cage on some bullshit. I feel like their feud is not going to be over. Like, he's going to exit on some bullshit, and then they're going to end up in it, because it's supposed to be a final bout between the two. It should be a final bout. A steel cage is always a finale style match, right? But it doesn't always end that way. Sometimes they extend it, sometimes they don't. They did it with Cody and Drew. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it with them either. So it is what it is, you know? It's either he's coming back at Night of Champions or he will pop up sometime within the next few weeks heading into SummerSlam. I just have an inkling that he's going to show up at Night of Champions. They need him to, honestly. Now, if you notice, this card is a little light in the ass when it comes to the women's matches. They only got 2 women's matches here with the Queen of the Ring tournament and Liv and Io, and then they have the U.S. title with Jade and Tiffany. And that is because Rhea is still injured, and we don't even know the extent of her injury and when she will be returning. So we'll just have to leave it where it is for right now. The last set of matches is going to be at Slammiversary for TNA. I hope you guys, if you can, watch those matches because they're well worth the watch. Okay. Now, the next set of PLEs after these PLEs go up is gonna be obviously SummerSlam. SummerSlam is gonna be your next big ticket. It's gonna be on August 1st and 2nd. So they made SummerSlam a 2-night event for this particular show. We love that for them. I think it was 2 nights the last time, right? It wasn't. It was 1 night. So this is the first time it's gonna be 2 nights. Interesting. Well, SummerSlam is on August 1st and on August 2nd this year, and we're going to be out of town for that. So that's going to be fun, I guess. I'm going to be at my sister's house. So after that, over in September, well, in October, they've changed it to October. A few months down the road, we're going to have Money in the Bank in New Orleans, and this is going to be on a Saturday. It's going to be my mommy's birthday. And then prior to that, in September on the 6th, they're going to have Sunday night's main event in Atlanta, and it's going to start at 7:30. And then right after that, they're going to leave Atlanta and be headed down to Mexico from September 9th, 10th, 11th, and 14th. Now, what happened this week in wrestling is 2 things. TNA is being put up for sale. Their parent company has decided the company has rebuilt itself up enough to build up its stock, and they're putting TNA up for sale. So there are some people bidding on TNA. A lot of people think that AEW might be interested in TNA. I don't know about that. That's a big thing for TNA, for AEW to take on. And they'll have 3 shows or 3 companies that they'll have to maintain. I think that's a bit much for them, including like anything WWE would do. I think it's a bit much. So yeah, I wouldn't buy it, but they're up for sale, and we'll see where TNA lands after they are officially sold, but they are up for sale currently. Also, over on, oh, I lost my fucking train of thought. Damn it. What else did I want to talk about wrestling wise before we get into the SVC chat? Because I'm not going to hold your horses a little too long. I'm just not going to do that today. Yeah, I ain't going to hold y'all too long today. I cannot remember where my brain is or what happened with my brain. She is not giving what she's supposed to have gave. Okay, I don't know. I can't remember, y'all. I'm drawing a blank here. It was 2 nights last year. I thought it was 2 nights last year. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Awesome sauce. Like I said earlier, Nikita is your new Evolve Women's Champion. I was talking about the sale for TNA, and I had another thought, and now I lost it. I can't remember what it was. That is bothering me. Hello, Brandy. You came in just in time. Now, for those of you who don't like SBC chat, listen, I'm going to do this really quickly and end the show. I've been going for an hour. We had a pretty decent time earlier. I've already went over NXT. So if you want to hear NXT and you're coming in a little late, please wait till the live goes up, which it should go up within the next hour or so, and you guys can go and listen to the full rundown of NXT. I went over all of the shows, and I'm just going to go over my predictions for WWE shows. I'm going to tell you what I think one more time just for the hell of it. So it's going to be rapid fire. Winner, I think it's going to be Tiffany Stratton. I don't think that Jade Cargill is going to get the title. If she does, I wouldn't be surprised, and I would put her immediately in a program with Charlotte, so she would be out of the title picture, and Charlotte can get her lick back on Jade Cargill. As far as Ricky Saints and Trick Williams is going to retain. This may lead to Ricky Saints continuing to go after Trick Williams, but I think that they're going to gear up for Trick versus Carmelo heading into SummerSlam. Obafemi and Jey Uso. This is going to be on the first hour of the ESPN block that they usually do, and this match I think is going to either end with Jey Uso stealing a pin because of Brock Lesnar causing enough of a distraction, or Brock Lesnar is going to attack Obafemi and take him out, so we can have Obafemi versus Brock at SummerSlam, which probably will happen on night 2 when Roman has his match, because they always do that. Speaking of the Queen of the Ring, I do think that Liv Morgan is probably going to win this, which I absolutely detest that. I want it to be Io Sky, specifically because Liv Morgan needs to start losing some shit. So I really want that to happen, but don't know if they're going to do it. This match, like I said earlier, can go either way because all three men have had a program with Jey Uso at some point. But my pick, if I was being a sleeper and just doing some chaotic shit, I wanted to be Sami Zayn just to start some bullshit. But I do believe it's going to be Cody Rhodes. And finally, I think in this match that the winner is going to be Braun Breaker by way of Bronson Reed. I do think that Bronson Reed is popping up, and this is going to cause some massive chaos in the E when he comes back and he's in the shape that he's in. This is going to be nasty work for a lot of people. And as much as I love the Street Profits and Seth Rollins, like, they are going to be in fucking trouble if Bronson Reed shows back up in any capacity at any time. They're going to be in trouble. With that being said, let us move over to the Great American Bash. I'll go over that one more time for y'all so y'all know what we're looking at with the GAB. Okay. So, Great American Bash has a few matches on it. Some of them I didn't get the graphics for because they don't have it up on their website just yet. But Tony D'Angelo being scarred by Naraku this past Tuesday with a fireball is going to still compete against Naraku for the NXT Championship. I don't think in this first match that Tony D'Angelo is going to drop the title just yet. I think he's going to retain. Lola Vice, I also think is going to retain against Kendall Gray. I agree with Lola. I don't think that Kendall Gray is ready yet. And I do think that Lola deserves to have a lengthy title reign in an actual decent feud. And Kendall Gray will be a good person for her to feud with until she drops that title, which I honestly wouldn't let her drop that title until Stand and Deliver, if I'm being honest. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they just might give it to Kendall because they love her a lot and they keep doing shit for her. Saquon Sugars is going up against Dion Lennox. Now, they got two options here when it comes to Dion and Saquon. They could very well let Dion go over on Saquon because Osiris and Cutler will pop back up and cause enough of a distraction, which will give him enough of a window to low blow Saquon and, you know, get a cheap, dirty win over him, which I low-key think might happen at Great American Bash. However, I would give the win to Saquon and let him move on from Dion Lennox. I just don't think that that should be the way to go. But given how Shawn Michaels is behaving as of lately, I can see that happening. With that being said, Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne are battling it out for the North American Championship. And if we're being fair, if we're being honest, I would love for Tavion Heights to take the title off of Miles. I don't think Miles is a bad champion, but I also think that Tavion deserves it, and he's been deserving of a championship for a long time. And it's not that Miles isn't a great champion and that he can't do great things, but Miles Bourne, it's okay for you to drop the title and move on to bigger and better things. And with that being said, there's one more title for this card, and that is Tatum Paxley will be facing off against Zarya for the Women's North American Championship. And girl, we all know Zarya is going to retain, or at least I believe she will. If she drops it back to Tatum, I'll be fucking shocked, honestly. But there you go. Those are the pay-per-views that are happening this weekend for WWE exclusively. If you want to hear more about AEW's Forbidden Door, or if you want to hear more about Slammiversary, I'll have some videos up this later on this week, probably tomorrow and Friday, explaining the show and everything in between, and we'll talk about that on Friday after SmackDown. So with that being said, I'm gonna take a quick break and I will be back, and we'll be talking about SBC chat.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve.
and losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Rolling 80 wheels and it'll save you. Riding on you. Gotta roll over to you, gotta give her release. Spread your legs down, down, I'm going on the ease. Hit the raw sounds when I rock up in your city. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
A claps. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a start. It get plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck, this chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more Purple Rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down.
A claps.
Okay, I'm as big. Now, if you're here and you're just not coming in here and you missed the wrestling portion, I'm sorry. But you're just going to have to wait till we get this uploaded and you can watch the full wrestling portion. Next week, we'll go a little bit further and I'll go live a little bit earlier. So we can talk and y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about because we haven't really done something fun. I might do a game next week. I'm thinking about doing game night next Wednesday. I'm thinking about it. It won't be wrestling related because I will have to create that. And I created a game night for our podcast the last time I did it. And oh my God, that shit was hard, but it was so much fun. And the girls and I had a good time doing the podcast that day. But ooh, it was so hard. It was so difficult. But anyways, let us do SBC check. Question number 1. I've been dating this woman for about a month and I moved in like 2 weeks ago. Only a month, eh? Sounds like a hobosexual to me. Yeah. I'm here. I'm settled. Things are going good. And one day she dresses up and puts on some perfume. I stopped her at the door. I asked her, where you going? What you doing? Who you going with? Why are you wearing that whole shit? She looks at me and says she's a grown woman and she can go anywhere she wants. I said, ain't no female of mine dressing like that. Do you think I'm a punk? Do you think shit is sweet? And she had her car keys in her hand and she just punched me in my eye. I called the police and she started crying and they believed that I was trying to hold her captive in the house or whatever. I had to leave her apartment for a few days. But I like this woman. But I'm walking around with a black eye and I asked her why she hit me. What's up with that? She said she was in an abusive relationship before. She has to defend herself. How you defending yourself when you attacking me? What's up with that? What do you think? Should I pursue this woman or call it quits? Nigga, first I think you need to get somewhere to stay. The fuck? You have nowhere to stay. Why are you worried about like why are you worried about like look, she punched you in your face, bro, because you was all in her business and you ain't got no reason to be questioning her. That's type shit. Like, why are you questioning her? You ain't no man. Like, clearly you not her man if she going out with other niggas. So, I mean, did she have a right to punch you in your face? No, but you was questioning her and you was being real aggressive. You was like, do you think shit's sweet? Do you think I'm a punk? You wearing hoe shit? Like, that's real aggressive conversation. I probably would have socked you in your shit too. I mean, I'm just being honest. But I think you should leave her alone because clearly y'all not together. You just live in her house because you ain't got no job. Whatever makes you happy. Question number 2. My girlfriend is pregnant right now. Oh, Lord. I met her at church. Well, this is about to be interesting. I met her at church. In fact, the pastor introduced me to this woman 3 months ago, and I found out this woman has stalking charges. She's been arrested for inciting mass violence. She's on probation in one state, but somehow they allowed her to move into this state. It's a lot going on with this woman. And I asked my pastor, why would you hook me up with this beast? He said she's a good woman on the inside, and he had to trust in me. He had trust in me that I would be patient and help her see herself as a wife, as a soft woman with a good heart. I just have to chisel through the exterior. But her exterior is criminal as hell. She's a criminal. She's a violent thug criminal. And sometimes she puts bass in her voice when she's telling me what she ain't gonna do. So she's pregnant now. So I'm trying to walk out of her. I'm trying to walk out of her or anything like that. I'm not trying to walk out of her or anything like that. But my pastor is trying to press me to marry her and I can't. I'm afraid I don't know why my pastor is punishing me with this woman. But part of me feels like because pastor and I had a past together, he's throwing this woman on me to create distance between what he and I had going on before he found the church and before he got married and before he became a loving father. Wait a minute. Was you fucking the pastor? Oh my God. Before he became straight, he was with me. I came to this church for him, and I feel like he's throwing this woman on me now because he's trying to create distance. But I know there ain't no distance between us. And I feel like he's just trying to protect himself from his feelings about me. So he puts a bitch on you. Wait. Are you sure this baby's yours? Like, so you were sleeping with the pastor before he became a pastor, before he got married, before he became a father and a man of God. You was out here dipping in and doing it with the pastor. And then you came to the church because he was there. And the pastor's trying to throw this girl on you. And you done got this girl pregnant. Y'all niggas just out here fucking on any and everything. Crazy. Oh, I know your chakras is not aligned. I just know they not. That's crazy to me. Crazy to me. Because what the fuck is going on? He never said the baby was his. He just said she was pregnant. That's what I'm saying. Is it because it could be the pastor, baby? See, because the pastor on some fuck shit. Like, why is you trying to force this boy to be with this girl? And it could be that he was fucking on her too. Like, I don't like it. I can get a DNA test. Fuck that. Question number 3. I chased this woman for like a year before she gave me any play. We get in a relationship. I treat her nice. I buy her things here and there because I like her. She gets pregnant with my baby and suddenly I hate her. It feels like she's a burden to me. I was dating her. I didn't date her to bring another mouth into this relationship. I didn't date her to have this responsibility. So why didn't you use a fucking condom, you weirdo? Or go get a vasectomy. You niggas is wild. I didn't date her to have this responsibility, and I tried to be nice and tell her that I think she should focus on her career and motherhood. So you want her to be a single mother? She probably should not be a single mother. You niggas are trash. And she acts like it's a miracle, you know. She's like, I know we'll have a cute baby. No, we won't. We won't have shit because I'm not gonna be around. I told her that I'm not making that kind of money. I want to make, and I'm not ready to have any kids with you. And I said that, and she just ignores me. What can I do to entice her not to make this mistake? Because I'm not going to be with her. I'm not going to be responsible. I don't have the money to pay child support. None of that's going to happen. Even 10 years from now, none of that's going to happen. I wanted a date, not a family. Well, nigga, you should have wrapped it up, you weak baby bitch. I hope that lady take you for everything you got. Because if you think that you're not going to pay child support, especially if you live in Ohio or Georgia, you're crazy. California too. You're nuts. Absolutely batshit crazy. That goddamn government will take every dime you have to pay for that baby. And you better make sure it's yours before they put you on child support. Because if you sign on that damn dotted line for that child's birth certificate, legally, you are the child's father, which legally makes you responsible for said baby. Estupido. Question number 4. My ex-wife and baby mama have been hanging out and getting along and shopping and cooking together. And the one thing they have in common is their hatred of me. Probably because you a fuck ass nigga. I do not approve of this friendship. Nobody cares. I wish they never got involved with each other on this level. They are making my life a living hell with all their girls' nights and hangouts. Aw, why? Because you have to be a daddy? It's hurtful and it's petty, and they don't need to get along, and I need to know how to break this up. You could just go move on with your life and stop being a worthless worm of a human being. This sisterhood does not need to exist because it's just really making my life hard. Also, because they're not at each other's throats and you don't have nowhere to go so you can lay your dick in your head. That's what's making your life hard. Go eat a dick. That's what you could do. Stupid ass nigga. Question number 4. Someone opened a Grindr account with my straight man's photo, and that catfish has been hosting glory holes from his little non-descriptive apartment that's not too far from our neighborhood. Pretty sure it's your boyfriend. My boyfriend saw the Grindr page and said he was going to meet up with this guy and confront him about using his photo. I'm pretty sure that that's your boyfriend, and he's not meeting up with him to be mad. He's going to get his rocks off. And I told him I didn't want him to do any of that. I want him to let it go and try to press charges or something. But I don't want him necessarily going to a secret location to meet up with some guy who's running a glory hole. That's crazy. He said that man has websites with his picture on it, and because he's behind a curtain with nothing but a hole in it, that's what the glory hole is. These men think they're hooking up with him, and this could blow back on him in a horrible way. This sounds crazy to me. This sounds like my man has a Grindr profile and that he's hooking up with people, and he's just trying to blame some phantom man that stole his image. And I don't want to think about him like that because I like this guy, and there's nothing about him that gives off that he's into that lifestyle. So I don't know. Should I believe him that someone hijacked his image and is running a glory hole, or just walk away? I'm going to be alone this summer, to be honest with you. And I'm willing to stick it out if he's bi-curious, but not if he's running a glory hole. Okay. So you're not mad that he may be gay. I think that's very good on your part. You're a very progressive woman. Love that. Because there's a lot of women out here these days who are very gross to bi men. They're just really mean to them. And quite frankly, you shouldn't be. If he's with you, he's with you. Okay, I can understand the insecurity. Trust me, I understand it. But at the same time, you got to be secure in your star player and not let that get to you, right? But it's weird that somebody would just steal his specific picture and put it up there to run some type of glory hole bullshit. And it's odd that he wanted to go to the location to see the dude. But let's put into perspective. I'm going to go with you. If it's like that, right, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to ask, like, hey, since you're going, you know what I'm saying? I'll go with you. Let's go see this nigga together. Let's go see what this man got going on, because if he's going to be using your pictures, you know what I'm saying? Then we got a problem. We got a big ass problem. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like this will be an interesting time. Okay. With that being said, I would go and see what he had going on. I would go see. I would go with you. Because what you're not about to do is play in my face. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I cannot find people's stuff these days. Okay. So that man, that man, I don't know. I feel like he's gay. I feel like he's either bi-curious or gay. It just sounds weird that they would, and from my understanding, unless he is of a particular type, is it possible? Yes. Is it possible? But it's so far fetched to me. And it's just like, I would go with him. I'm going with you. If you going to see if this person is stealing your photos and shit, and they got the location up. But my thing is, how do you know? Because you would only know about the grinder profile if you had a grinder. It sounded to me like you getting played a little bit, my guy. I wouldn't even pursue this. I would just ask him straight up, like, are you gay? I'd be on some Janet Jackson shit, just sitting on the edge of the bed, like, are you gay? If you're gay, it's okay. I'm not gonna be like Janet was. She was mad, but fair enough, because he was playing in her face. But like, if you're gay, you're gay. If you're bi-curious, you're bi-curious. But tell me what's going on. Don't leave me in the dark trying to do some weird ass sucker shit. Because like, what is we doing? What are we talking about? You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm a little pissed off about that. Because my thing, like I said, my thing is, how do you know? In order for you to know what a person has on Grindr about you, you have to be on Grindr, do you not? Because unless somebody you know that's gay or bi or pan or whatever, that's up on Grindr looking for hookups or whatever, unless that's the case, which I doubt. It just sounds like you didn't want your girlfriend to find out that you was out here putting your pussy out for everybody to get. So you came to her and was like, look, they got my pictures on profile and I'm finna go set this nigga straight. It just sounds like you gay and you don't want nobody to know you gay. And I feel bad for you. It's Pride Month. You shouldn't do that. Now, let's move on because that one is sending me. I was kind of taking it about like maybe, and then I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. You have to be on Grindr to see somebody else's profile. Maybe I'm crazy, but one of my friends that uses Grindr or has used Grindr would have to tell me because I've never been on the app. I've never seen it. I've only seen screenshots of it, and I've only seen it when like Marquise used to show us his Grindr. So I don't know, but I would imagine you can't just go to Grindr website and just pull up a bunch of images and be like, boom, somebody I know is on there. Nah, you got to make a whole account and sign up for that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, if I'm wrong, y'all can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't think that I am. Last question. My woman would give me the money to take care of bills, and one of the biggest bills was the rent. Obviously, I managed to date the landlord, so I didn't have to pay rent, and I would just pocket the money. It went on for 4 months. The landlord was a widow, and she just wanted some sexual healing. I paid her with peen, and me and my woman were living there for free. Now, your woman was paying for rent, and you was pocketing the money. A young single man moved into our building, and I knew he would be a problem. My issue was the last time I tried to pay the rent with my peen, she blocked me. She said, I'd rather have the money. I don't have the money, though. The rent is spent. She also said that if I don't get 4 months of back rent by the end of the month, she's gonna start eviction proceedings. And the new tenant was sitting in her apartment with his shirt off when she dumped me. I thought we had a better relationship. I don't know how to tell my woman I was pocketing that rent money she gave me. She thinks I got a job, but I don't. She had no idea how I paid for our rent, and the landlord didn't give me credit for my services. I'm in a bind. What to do? Well, it looks like you about to be on your ass, and your girlfriend about to be on her ass too for trusting your dumb ass. But instead of being stupid, go over her head and tell them that you was paying her sexual favors for the apartment. You're gonna get kicked out anyway, but she might as well lose her shit too in the process. If I'm gonna lose my house, bitch, you about to lose yours too because you was doing some illegal shit. And you fucking the other neighbor and he not paying his rent either. Everybody going down if I gotta go down. So how about you let it go? You either go to her and threaten to tell that she's sleeping with the tenant and you. So she'll lose her apartment, that nigga will lose his apartment, and everybody lose their apartment. Or she could just let bygones be bygones. You'll start paying the rent next month, and it is what it is. What you want to do. Because either way, you're going to lose your fucking job, and you're going to lose the apartment. Because I got proof. I got text messages. I got videos. What's up? Even if you don't got the shit, I dry snitch on that hoe so fucking fast. That's how you fix that. First of all, go find another place and take that girl's rent money and put it down on another apartment so you can have somewhere else to stay. And then send all the text messages to see if y'all sleeping together to her boss, to the man who owns the building. And be like, the landlord is out here, sleeping with her tenants, and whoever give her the best peen, she'll give you a discount on rent. You don't pay no rent at all. I didn't pay rent for 4 months. The new nigga she got in the apartment is not paying rent because she fucking him. So everybody's shit would be fucked up if my shit gotta be fucked up. I just tell my girl, like, I think we should move. Yeah, I found us a new place. And the next time she give you rent money, put that rent money down on that new place. That's the only way you're gonna get out of it. With that being said, I gotta go. I will see y'all on Friday after SmackDown. SmackDown is y'all go home show before Night of Champions. I hope y'all enjoy SmackDown. Now, I do know that there have been spoilers. That's what I forgot. There are spoilers for SmackDown everywhere. And I've done my due diligence to avoid all of the spoilers. Okay? So, just for GP, do your best to avoid the spoilers. Please don't send me anything for SmackDown. I did get one thing spoiled for me, but I don't see anything else happening being spoiled. And then after SmackDown, they're going to be watching the World Cup still in the O2 Arena on SmackDown, and WWE's putting that on for them for free, which is fucking crazy. But anyways, we'll worry about all of that stuff on Friday, and then Saturday I'll be back after Night of Champions, and then on Sunday I'll be back after Great American Bash. It's going to be a long weekend. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.